This is an extract from the Leader Coronavirus Daily podcast by the Evening Standard and hosted by me, David Marsland. To hear the whole thing, search for it on your podcast provider. Wearing face masks and baseball hats with no visible security, Harry and Meghan have been spotted on CCTV in West Hollywood delivering food to a housing unit for the disabled. In the shots, they're seen gathering their bags from the back of a car, hitting the gate buzzer and walking inside. It's the first time the couple have been seen in LA since moving there after quitting the royal family. But food poverty is an issue Meghan's been raising since long before the pandemic began, and now she's also announced she's backing the Evening Standard's Food for London Now campaign, saying she's been moved by the people donating to our appeal. Insider editor Lucy Pavia is with me over Zoom. And Lucy, Meghan and Harry seem to be really making food shortages their thing during this pandemic.
They have, and it's such a simple thing, but it's such a sort of crucial thing, and it sort of says a lot about the way that they operate, really. And because food has become a huge, element of this crisis. And I believe the appeal has now raised $1.5 million. So I think they're just very, very keen to kind of get stuck in.
And interesting that this is the kind of thing that they're doing now that they're outside of the royal family, getting really close to people, aren't they?
Yeah, and there's a real freedom. She's probably sort of gaining a bit of her old self back, you sense, really, over there. And there was no, none of the pictures were staged. It wasn't some sort of publicity stunt. They just kind of got out there and did it. And then naturally, because it's Meghan and Harry, there were pictures eventually taken of them doing it. But yeah, it feels like a real kind of grassroots thing that they're doing behind the scenes, which is and it making a huge difference as well. Although you can imagine how surprised you'd be if they turned up unannounced with masks and gloves delivering you a fish pie or something. It goes back to her the original cookbook she did. The very, very first project she did was the Grenfell cookbook. So it definitely it's something she's done before. And she loves cooking. I mean, she used to blog quite a lot about cooking, so it all kind of ties in with what she's about.
And also Prince William and Kate have been doing their thing as well. They've lent their voices to an advertisement for an NHS campaign about mental health.
They have, yes. Every mind matters.
We can feel frustrated, miss loved ones, or get anxious.
So now, more than ever, every mind matters.
It feels like a very natural step for them because it's familiar territory. They obviously launched Heads Together in 2016 with Harry as well. It's very practical. Every mind matters. It's a 10-point plan to help support people with their mental health during quarantine. And it's a brilliant initiative, and building on something that the young royals have really made a pillar of their work, and far more practical, I think, than a celebrity rendition of Imagine. Although, a royal family rendition of Imagine would really up the funds, I think.
And while they were launching this campaign, Prince William spoke for the first time about his father, the Prince of Wales, Charles, being diagnosed with COVID-19. And he's been talking about his concern for his father at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's 71. It would probably be more surprising if William said he wasn't concerned about his father, really, because he's in a high-risk age category. And also, all the royals are spread out across the country. I mean, William and Kate are in Norfolk. Charles is at Berkeley Cottage in Balmoral. So, over 400 miles away. So I think, it's a feeling of helplessness that relatives have experienced and are experiencing all over the world, worrying about people who are in the vulnerable category. So it would have been slightly strange for William not to have mentioned it, I think.
Search for the Leader Coronavirus Daily on any podcast provider to hear more from the podcast.